We are back with another Q&A for the short film showcase on the last day of Romford Horrific 2025. Let's go down the line and tell us what you did on the Red Diamond Cut.
Nickolas Toth, I wrote and directed the Red Diamond Cut. You have two.
I'm Elizabeth Rainbow and I'm the actress in the Red Diamond Cut.
I am Jorddy Rodrigues, I'm the producer and sound designer of the Red Diamond Cut.
Just tell us a little bit about where Red Diamond Cut came from and also how you guys got involved with this mad idea.
So my mum was I grew up with like a mum who was a hairdresser, and I always wanted to make a gangster movie. So I took my mum's story of me growing up and just put it in a gangster movie, and then that's the Red Diamond Cut.
I grew up with Tarantino. Pulp Fiction is one of my absolute all-time favourites. I think me and Nick really bonded over the female characters in Tarantino, so that's why I just jumped at the chance to be in this film.
This is a long story, but I'm not gonna, obviously, we don't have time for everything. But I met this amazing being, which I'm so lucky to call like one of my best friends. And short after, he told me about this story that he really wanted to do. Obviously, as a friend, I always supported it. It kind of started slowly. I came in as a runner when we started producing it in the beginning, and then we had to stop that production. And then when we went back to it, he asked me to be the producer, and yeah, we just kind of did it together. But yeah, I'm really happy I did it with them.
My exact phrasing was, I was like, do you want to be a producer? And he was like, but I've not done it before. And I went, exactly. That was it.
When it comes to filmmaking, obviously at this level, getting into the game, the independent level, we've got budgets, we've got restraints and everything like that, so everybody's wearing a lot of different caps. You're not just a director, you're doing a lot of different things. What's your favourite part of filmmaking though? And that can go to everyone as well.
You guys go first.
My favourite part of filmmaking actually is it's creating the character, and Nick was so generous with this one. We really got to create Annie and layer her together, I think, didn't we? He gave me some great things to work with and some great stimulus, and I was able to run with her and bring in parts of my own life, and I felt like we built her together, and that's the bit I absolutely love. And then obviously the payoff is getting to tell the story at the end, isn't it, filming it?
I mean, the thing is as well, that like I got so into my own head where I was like, I can make a movie about any of these characters, right? And it was literally when Elizabeth came on board that I was like, it became, she's the centerpiece and everything else just bounces around her.
What was it about her performance though that kind of just made you think, right, we definitely have the right person, we're definitely doing this and it's gonna work?
It's tricky to tell exactly, but like, have you seen those eyes? They've been up there. But like, you know, and to be perfectly honest with you, like when I direct, I like to be like right next to the camera. Like I only looked through the viewfinder once. I don't like monitors. There was monitors for the other crew to watch, and if you literally just see her like right next to you, it's like fucking theatre, man. You're in the front row. It's great. But no, there's like a sweetness to her, just like naturally. And then like when you say action, there's a fucking ferociousness. And I was like, that's what I need. I need those two, because she had to effectively just be my mum, but then she also had to be Carlito Brigante.
And in terms of bringing his mum and Carlito Brigante to life, what kind of preparation did you really do to get into that state and having somebody just staring at your face rather than monitors?
Well, I do theatre as well, so I kind of prefer that kind of thing as well. I really like it when the cameras can work around me, very selfishly, and I like losing myself in the character. But we did some work, didn't we, on Carlito's Way, and there were some books I read about female gangsters, and I've actually got children of my own, which I think that brings a sort of kind of softness, but a steeliness to a female role, I think, personally. Yeah, so I guess that, I think, and we were all living there while we were working together, so we were in a hotel, so just having the time and the space to create her, and then the time and space to prepare, I think really helped me. I was lucky with Nick with this one.
And at the producer level, what point was it that you were watching everything going on and thinking, yeah, this looks great?
Oh. You know, it's almost like everything I saw, it's like, I just could never think like that, but I trusted him. Like, I just trust him, like, so much. And so my main job in the way I saw it was to be able to support him that way. Because I knew, even, it's not perfect, a lot of stuff happens, but if I can help being that foundation, everything's gonna be fine. And it was after those moments that I was like, yeah, this is going the right way. Yeah.
He cried after like one of the days. We put all the crew in the cast in a hotel, and then it was like really near to where my mum lives. So we were living there, we were staying there, and we were like walking back one day, and it was something that I wished I'd done that I hadn't done, and then we managed to squeeze it back into the schedule anyway. He just we were stood at the edge of the road, and he just started crying, being like, "Believe me, man." I don't even know what he was saying. It was just he was just fucking tears coming out. It was a fun moment.
So the question is, you've been showing this movie at festivals and everything, and you've been doing Q&As. How many Q&As have you brought that up when he's been there?
We only did we did one Q&A together, wouldn't we?
We did.
I didn't mention it then. I
don't think you ever did.
No, I don't think I've ever. I've told you. I mean, I've laughed at you a couple of times about it, but I think that's a Romford exclusive.
We love them. We do love them. What would you say is maybe through the process of making Red Diamond Cut and all three of you, what would you say is the biggest thing that you've learned about yourselves in this process, and maybe about filmmaking that you weren't 100% sure on or weren't 100% honed in on?
You already holding the mic.
For me as well, as a mum and getting older, I think that I found that there are really great films for women. There's great films for older women. Mums can still have a story and be something other than a mum. And I've really loved help create this kind of new genre or interesting genre that I don't think is shown that often. And I think there's definitely more out there for us those kind of characters and for women like me. And I've really loved exploring that and being part of it.
So are you pitching to blow this into a feature and be the main lead?
I mean, I think Nick's got other plans there, haven't you, Bob?
I have something for you. It's not exactly this story, but I do have something for you.
I mean, this story is going places, isn't it?
But I have something else first for you. That I'll tell you about that later on.
He's very, very good at writing female characters, and it's great to have that, I think. And we get on very well, don't we?
Yeah, it's really fun. Elizabeth's my favourite actress. If Barbara Stanwyck was still alive, that's the only person that could compare for against Elizabeth for me.
That's a high bar.
Yeah. You go first.
What was the question again?
I don't know, but every time I look at you, I feel like you're going to cry. Especially after what you just said.
Yeah, I was told that I had sad eyes. Remember that?
No, it was something you've maybe learned about filmmaking, but also learned about yourself during this process.
He's got sad eyes. That's what he said.
So much, actually. I've studied acting, and most of the knowledge I actually have, it's into building character, being in the moment, all that drama stuff. But, I lived with this guy, right? We shared
3 years, probably.
yeah, we shared a place for like 3 years and a bit, and it changed from just discussing characters to discussing everything, especially in this movie. And I'm blessed with how he trusted me, his ideas, and his very unique way of thinking. So I feel very, very lucky. And I felt that because of that, it kind of opened a window for me to see filmmaking in a very unique way that I didn't before. So, yeah, I kind of, because of him, I see it like through a much wider lens now, 100%.
Awesome.
It's very sweet. You're going to cry now. I don't see it. I mean, the thing is that you find certain people, and then you give them that chance about whether you can trust them. And if they stand up to the mantle, then you give them more. And that's what he was. And that's what she was. That's what it comes down to.
It's one of the things that I've said quite a few times in Q&As and conversations with directors at the festival this year. It's more than one person to make a movie. It takes a village of people, and you've got an amazing team here. You've got an amazing film that I like your show, that we've shown up on the screen today. So I don't think I have to say that again. But when you did see it up on the screen today, and it is that question of, you can tell me everything that's wrong with it. I like to flip it into a positive, what's right with it. But then I'm going to flip it again a little bit. What has been your favourite reaction that you've seen from an audience or from friends, family, when they have seen this movie?
I think you got to say something.
Do you want me to say the...
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a good story.
No, you got
It's a terrible story.
Is it you crying again? It's you crying again.
Oh, I'm not crying. Not yet.
No, we were at a film festival in Indianapolis, and that's the story, right? That you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were at a film festival in Indianapolis, and they had like a bunch of actors there. I went up to a bunch of them and was like, hey, started talking about movies with them. And was like, do you want to come watch the movie? Like Michael Ironside from Scanners. He was like one of them. He hates it. He hates me, hates the movie. But the really, really funny thing about it was when he just hounded me down. Michael Ironside's just like Michael Ironside's characters.
I'd imagine.
His main target wasn't like you guys, it was me. He hated the blocking. That was his main thing. I quite like the blocking. I really like blocking. But no, he said to me, he's like, it's like a comic book come to life. And I was like, that's actually, I could put that on a poster. It's like a comic book come back to life, Michael Ironside. But I didn't. But that was a unique one. I don't think that was that. I mean, that wasn't the nicest, but
it's one to tell though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was an experience. But there's. I mean, when we were in Orlando, that was really beautiful. The reception out there was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember them all now. To be honest, I can't remember them all. There's one where I remember in Indianapolis there was a person sat behind us because it was dead quiet all the time, and someone's like, "Oh shit!" Just as the violence comes in. There was. I can't even remember them all now. To be fair, I can't remember them all. So.
Yeah. Anyone else got one?
Jordie?
Not really. Just basically what he said. Yeah.
So I'm going to round it out in a quick second, but again, first of all, thank you for showing that up on the screen today. But I do have one question that I like to end on, because I'm putting together a puppet festival, and I know you've been thinking about this, because you've told me. If you could remake any classic movie in years gone by, but it has to now be a musical, and it's also a cast full of puppets. And for our actress, you would be the only human in the movie. Everybody else is a puppet. What movie would you remake?
Gosh, I think I'd need some time to think about this, but I mean, going back to Pulp Fiction, maybe that would be quite a funny one. I'm imagining a lot of kind of Sesame Street characters who eat some coke at times. Heroin overdose, maybe?
Wow.
It'd be quite good for the musical element as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. God, that's really interesting. Don't know. Do you have any ideas, Jordie?
Metropolis 100%.
Fair enough.
I
like
think
you didn't have to
that
think
one
about
would be
that.
cool.
Have you been thinking about this already?
No, but when he asked, I was thinking, well, let me see. Snow White. Oh, that's basically how I went.
I think The Exorcist would be really fun. I think The Exorcist would be really fun. But I want to cast Elizabeth rather than me. So it's just puppets and the But I want you to play Reagan. So you're just like tied to the bed screaming. And we have like a child puppet as the mum. So we could just go really, really weird.
Let's do it. Again, guys, thank you so much for submitting the movie to us. Thank you for letting us show up on the screen. And most of all, thank you for being here. You've been here the whole festival. It's been absolutely brilliant seeing you around in there.
This block as well was absolutely outstanding. It was outstanding.
I hope to see you guys going forward. We at Romford are constantly going to be looking out to see what happens with your careers. So please keep it going. Can we get a little bit of a round of applause? Thank you.